Huzzah! Leonidas II, thank you very much for the 2-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. 2 months, woo! And Bueno Ironside, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. German demands for the Sudeten region of Czechoslovakia, where a significant number of ethnic Germans live, have come to a head. Huzzah! Adolf Hitler has positioned forces along the Czechoslovakian border in preparation for an attack. Talks are being held in Munich between Britain, France, Italy and Germany in the hopes of negotiating a peaceful end to the Sudeten crisis. What will the British position be? Must be defended? Or Czechs are on their own? Sorry, Czechoslovakia. And Jill Degra, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to the Maudlings. German demands for Sudeten territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, have intensified. At a summit held in Munich, Britain, Germany, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. Czechoslovakia was not invited to attend. An agreement was reached in which Germany annexes the Sudetenland, but will not pursue any further territorial gains in Europe. Mr. Chamberlain spoke to crowds in London. For the second time, a Prime Minister has returned from Germany, bringing peace with honour. I believe it is peace for our time. We've just been spared another world war. We can go home, everyone. We're done. The question of Yugoslavia. The Treaty of Munich might mean peace in our time, or it may not. Germany is hardly the only country seeking to redraw the borders of Europe. The government of the Prince Paul have so far been surprisingly mum about the fate of their main armament supplier. This has got quite a few people in the diplomatic service wonder if Yugoslavians knew what was going to happen or may in fact have agreed to it. We should consider reminding them that any sort of agreement with Germany will be considered a hostile act if war were to break out. We are going to put some British pressure on them. Also, how are we doing in terms of destroyer production? We are actually doing quite well. We need another 8. Nope, we need another 5. And then this fleet's ready. Cool. That's not actually going to be far off. Subsidiary carrier role. Carriers just got stronger. Light cruiser sub-detection, destroyer sub-detection, and organisation. Whoop. Okay, so we've got all of the equipment that we require to upgrade or build those units. Slight shortage of tanks, but it's really nothing massively problematic. This is quite good. The Fourth International, a number of communist delegates from around the world, met in Paris today for a founding conference, laying the groundwork for what is known as the Fourth International. Calls for its formation have existed for years, with supporters of Trotsky's theories taking the lead. Stalin has responded to the growing support of Trotskyism abroad by ordering additional assassinations and increasing propaganda against his old rival. With the past purges of a suspected Trotskyists in the high ranks of the Soviet military and leadership in recent memory, it is unlikely that this will be met by any resistance. Game's over. Second World War's over. Mordred wins. Exactly. Nothing could possibly go wrong now. Now watch as Italy single-handedly takes us all down. Oh, you guys could probably stop... No. How much are support companies nowadays? Because a lot of these costs have changed. Still 10 points. Okay. New Zealand has been developed. So let's do the Commonwealth Air Training Plan. Although, we should probably do Steady as She Goes and Home Defence now. The mounting crisis is precisely why we must remain true to our roots. We will continue the course that we have sailed in recent years, rather than make any drastic political changes that may cause internal instability that we can least afford. Although, weekly stability is at 0.2. I'm only actually 3% away from maximising that. No, I'm not going to. It's fine. Everything's fine. There's no problems over here. Let's get the British Commonwealth air training plan. Our military success hinges upon our mastery of the air, and therefore the skill of our air crews. We will embark upon the largest aviation training program the world has ever seen to ensure that we have all the trained pilots and crews we require to master this new dimension of warfare. Furthermore, we are going to grab all of the air units. In fact, we are literally going to grab all of the air units. And bring them here. Indian National Corps. Czechoslovakia issues partial mobilization, claiming hostile military maneuvers by the Wehrmacht during the night of September the 8th, 1938. The Prague government responded to reported German military concentrations along the Czechoslovak border and pressed a decree which instructed the Minister of National Defense, František Mašník, to call up the reservists and pre-selected military specialists. German diplomacy, as was expected, reacted to the partial mobilization with fury. The German minister in Prague, Ernst Eisenlohr, denied the existence of any military concentrations in an interview with the Czech Minister for Foreign Affairs, Kamil Krofta, and responded with accusations were grober Unsinn. Bullshit. In recent local elections, the Indian National Congress has achieved an overwhelming majority in their platform of slow order transition to local government and dominion status in the future. It appears that the Indians have rejected the more radical policies advocated by Gandhi, who has argued for a total break with Britain. An absolute home rule as soon as possible. Will we be Fortress Britain? Well, it depends if France falls or not. There is a fair amount hinging upon that. You can stop drilling. You. Stop. And you. Stop. And you. Stop. Dispersed support. Finished. You. Continue. Alright, so we want to get overwhelming firepower. Nationalist Spain took 8 states. Republican Spain have been annexed. Spanish Civil War is over. With the surrender of the last Republican strongholds, the Spanish Civil War has come to an end. The nationalists stand victorious and a new era has begun for Spain. The war-torn country has suffered greatly in the fighting and there is much rebuilding to be done. AI is set to historic, yes. Decryption done. Let's get encryption then. 59 days. Alright, it is... Is that the Maritime Air Force by any chance? Yep. Okay, maritime aircraft have a really long reach. I quite like that. We're going to send you out to Northern Ireland, I think. You can stop drilling, you can stop drilling, you can stop drilling. Alright, all dive bombers can head over to France. Medium bombers are going to be positioned around Britain. Something like so. And the reason for that is because you're going to be on naval strike here. You're going to be on naval strike here. And you're going to be on naval strike here. Then the Maritime Patrol Wing is also going to be on maritime strike here. Then Torpedo Bomber Wings are going to be based here and here. Naval strike. Big Fighter Wing can head over to France, where they will be on air superiority. Small Fighter Wing can head over to France, where they'll be on interception. Small Fighter Wing can be air superiority here in the English Channel. Air superiority here. Air superiority here. And then there's just going to be you, which I think is going to be air interception in southern England. I like how fighters can now do close air support. They're not going to be very good at it, but they can at least do it. I mean, you do have strafing runs. It was a thing that happened. Can you get close into the action like Total War? No. This is purely strategic. I mean, you can zoom in and like see units going bang, bang, but that's it. Alright, more civilian factories. Good. Can I upgrade... Aha! I can upgrade the radar, and I think I would like to do that. I think I might also stick some radar up here and here. Maybe I should do it here. Yeah. We're just going to build a bunch of radar. Because we've got all of the infrastructure built already. That I wanted built. We still have a little bit in the north. But that's fine. I feel like a lot of things have been sped up in this. Production being one of them. Italy abandons the naval treaty. Benito Mussolini today announced that Italy would no longer consider herself bound by the naval treaty she had signed. The world situation, he said, had made the choice inevitable. Italy has apparently received reliable reports that several neighbouring countries have begun aggressive naval expansion programs that threaten legitimate Italian interests in the area. The Italian Admiralty has refused to comment on rumours that several ships currently under construction were already planned without treaty restrictions in mind. Repair stance of air wings. What does that mean? Why leave it on extreme? It's not repair, it's reinforcement. So how likely that wing is to get new planes as they are produced to replace losses. Aristide? Yes, indeed. Fall of the Allies starts now. King Vader, where is your belief in the cause? My mighty anti-tank divisions with big tanks that go anti. Also bang. Now. I do need to create medium maritime patrols. And you're... also have a really long range. Let's base you here and put you in the English Channel. It's not ground support. Naval strike. Though frankly, you could be based like here in the Midlands. Your range is so massive. Let's put you here. Not quite as big as the maritime, but close. In fact, you can cover the western approaches. You know what? Do that. Japan abandons the naval treaty. Hirohito today announced that Japan would no longer consider herself bound by the naval treaty she had signed. The world situation, he said, had made the choice inevitable. And we have a new research slot. It is October 38. Maybe desert infantry? Might actually need to upgrade some of the units that I have fighting in Africa to desert infantry eventually. Oh, and you guys, a bunch of you are ready for deployment. You really need to go and repair. Okay. We have one task fleet that is now at full strength. Good. Oh, you know what I still need to do? I need to guarantee Poland. France still hasn't done it. I kind of wish the guarantee was a focus. I don't think it is, though. Oh, we can't because world tension's not high enough yet. It's close. It is really close. Not quite there yet. Construction 3, done. Oh, right, these are all 30, oh no, 38. We are still slightly ahead, so let's go ahead and get concentrated industry. Let's get more factories and more output, including dockyard output going. So we're already churning out these destroyers at a pretty fair clip. So actually, one thing I want to double check is, what exactly am I building? These are the Brownalls, who do have very basic torpedoes. That's fine, yeah, these are all-rounders. Okay, cool. Still 38. We just finished encryption and decryption. Let's go and get special forces so we can start building some marine units. In fact, we may as well start training these. No, let's not. Not until we've had a chance to actually upgrade them as we want them to be. We don't need marines yet. That's going to be a early war, but not yet thing. Okay. Time for general rearmament, I guess. Alright, we are going to add you to a new fleet. You're going to be led by Somerville. You are going to be a smaller strike fleet. What do I usually use for my smaller one? Is it Dolphin? Dolphin will do. And I'm going to make you yellow. Same as that strike fleet. I really wish you could drag these around, but you can't. Because then I could have these two next to each other. And then my training fleet, I'm going to make cyan. Actually, brown. Escorts will make green. Recon will make blue. Finest 9 layer. Okay, we need to start thinking about what exactly we want in this fleet. First of all, I think I'm just going to attach the 2 carriers to it. And we're going to base you out of Belfast. And we're going to have these guys basically patrolling the English Channel and the North Sea, then these guys as they're building up strength in the western approaches. Because we already have our fleet killer, which is this one. Fate of Czechoslovakia. German troops have crossed into Bohemia and Moravia, ostensibly to restore order to the region in the wake of the collapsing Czechoslovakian government. In Prague, the occupying forces announced the creation of an autonomous protectorate within the German Reich. With German support, Slovakia has declared independence under the leadership of Joseph Tiso. The nation of Czechoslovakia is no more. Poland, would you like to have your independence guaranteed? Because I can definitely make that happen. Close air support, upgrade. Boom. All of this Navy micromanaging makes me want to stick to land nations. Well, I go a little bit over the top with the naval micromanagement because I like the navies. Also, I am playing as the UK, which are kind of a naval nation. And by kind of, I mean they are a naval nation. How many ships does Italy have? That's a good question. Because we are going to need to do something about the Mediterranean at some point. They've got about 170 to my 290 to Germany's 60. to France's 150. So France and Italy are going to be the ones fighting initially. I wish I could say to France, you deal with the Med, I'll deal with the North Sea. And then I'll come and support you in the Mediterranean when I am able. I.e. once I have enough destroyers.
Listen up.
Why are these two in here? Don't know. Alright, so that's going to be 11. So we can add one more ship to them, which I guess is going to be like the Revenge. We'll add a battleship. Now all of you, base yourselves in Lancashire, please. Base in Liverpool. Way safer. Shifting the submarine fleets up to Lanark, which is, I think, the actual submarine base. The German Reich claims Memel. With German forces on their border poised to attack, Lithuania has given in to the German ultimatum demanding the surrender of the old Prussian territory of Memel. It was passed to Lithuania by the Treaty of Versailles, but has now been reintegrated into the region of Ostpreußen. Have we yet reached the extent of German territorial ambitions in Europe? Experts are doubtful. I do wonder, now that Romania is already in the Axis, like they were the first member even before Italy, what's going to happen about Bessarabia? Like, if the Soviets come knocking, is that going to mean an early war between these two? When I asked about the repair stance, I meant the retreat stance. What does that do for air wings? There is no retreat stance for air wings. Oh, this thing. I actually have no idea. It's not something I've ever really changed. I think it's just how likely they are to engage in combat if the wing is under strength. There doesn't seem to be any reason to use it. I certainly never have. So, I wouldn't worry about it. Ah, we can get another thing. January 39. We're going to have new ships in 40, which is going to be a year. No. Huzzah! It's 39. We now want to save political power for when we go to war. Like my tea, coming in with a 9-month Twitch Prime resubscription. 3/4 of a year indeed. Just 3 more months and you get those golden wings. Thank you very much for your support, Like my tea. I appreciate that. Thank you. EGT, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Flemmy, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, I should probably stop all of you lot training.
Ready.
Except for you, you need to keep going. Just for a little bit longer. Okay, quite a lot longer. Why were you not at this level when you finished training? Weird. You should have been.
All in.
How do I want to do this? Because you are going to be responsible for, like, this whole section. This whole quadrant. Let's put all of them defending against Ethiopia here. That is going to be strictly defensive. With, let's see.
Listen up.
Those three guarding here.
Attention.
And one more guarding Alexandria.
Commands.
And once these guys are added, your army is going to grow quite a lot. They'll probably be put into the Ethiopian sector. Okay, further research needs to go to advanced machine tools. So January 39 means more construction, I think. Oh no, we're already doing the 39s, aren't we? Duh. Basically finished already. Desert Infantry 1. Excellent. Oh, are these going to count as special forces? They totally are, aren't they? So our shock troops, basically what I'm expecting, like, special forces to usually be. High breakthrough, good soft attack, lots more initiative. Yeah, these are special forces. These are really good. More hard attack, more supply use. And they have advantages when attacking urban and defending urban. And also against forts. Interesting. Okay, so what about Jaegers? Are Jaegers forests? Yes. Forest, hills and marshes. Okay. Jungle specialist is going to be jungle. It's nice that there's a jungle specialist, actually. That's kind of cool. So mountain troops are now specifically mountaineers. Shock troops are how I usually use mountaineers. I really like that these guys exist. That's cool. I also need to research that. This is a new research, right? Yes. Better guns!